challenge. To come out and be able to win in a position where no one expected us to win. You know, we're all older, we're all fatter, and we're all slower.
Oh, let's go,
So, absolutely amazing feeling.
The two prizes for winning the challenge were we'd get the power to choose who would sit out of the next weigh-in, and then also we would get letters from home. So now it was time to receive our letters.
You know, even in prison you get to have weekly visits from relatives. We don't get to hear or see anyone or anything for anything. It's like, it's crazy. So it meant so much to us. It really did.
Alison got the first letter and she started reading it. And I think as she even touched that letter, you could feel the emotion that she was about to go through.
Your family is the world, and when you're away from your family, there's just a piece of your heart missing always, you know, always missing. My most beautiful wife, I miss you so much. I now know how much I love you, and it's true when they say absent makes the heart grow fonder. The kids and I are doing really well. Jaden has finished his exams. Bella is really excited about going to big school next year. She wants to try on a uniform. I think my family would be really proud of me. I hope they're proud of me. I want to make them proud.
The next letter was mine. And the minute I touched it, I didn't even have to read it, I just lost the plot.
Oh, that's my grandson.
Oh, he's a beautiful child.
I can't write yet, Poppy, so I'm setting you my footprints. At 10 days old, love you, Caleb.
I got really sad. You know, it's great having a grandson, but the effect that's got me more than anything is not being there for my daughter.
Your grandson is doing great and growing very quickly. His mum is doing great as well. She was sick in hospital, but is doing much better now. And we are also proud of you for doing Biggest Loser and can't wait to see you, the new fit dad.
It was great to receive the letters from home. You know, it did make everyone a little bit homesick, but I think it pulled us together as a team as well because we shared just a lot of love and support, so that was really nice. As we write this short letter, we both have tears in our eyes because we miss you so much.
When you're so used to having everyone around you whenever you want it, and then not having it at all, knowing you can't pick up the phone, it kills you.
To my beautiful mum, wish you well. Kick butt and tell your friends I said hi.
So to get that letter, to be able to have that communication, it was priceless, and I tell you what, I'm not letting it go.
P.S. Google misses you and so do I. Google is our lizard.
I was feeling pretty fine and all happy, and once I opened the letter, I was like, hey Sam, how's it going? And then as soon as I got to the first line, everything just hit me then. We're all so proud of you.
Let it out, mate. Take your time. Nothing wrong with missing your family.
That's right.
Well, I'm a single dad and my kids are my whole life, so it meant so much to me to hear from them and to know that, you know, I had so much support. Daddy, you're already a star in my eyes. No matter what takes place in there, you are my dad and my mate, and I love you so much. This is an awesome thing that you're doing. The turning point of our life. We're doing it, Dad.
Michael, big boy.
Thanks, John. My letter today was from my little brother back home in Orange, and it meant a lot to hear from him. I just want to say well done, my favourite older brother, who I'm extremely proud of. That letter from Dan, you know, helped me put into perspective what's going on and sort of forget why you're there, you know. But the reason I'm there is to make my family proud and to make me proud of myself. I just want you to remember that when all of this is over, regardless of how much you weigh, what you look like on the outside. We'll always be proud of you and love you very much. Love always, Dan. Reading each other's letters today in each other's company, it helps strengthen and unite the team. And as we're walking away, we've never felt more united and more in touch with each other as we did now.
Later, at Last Chance Training, the Blues go it alone.
You slow down, you get an extra 20.
With devastating consequences.
You're supposed to be out there training these guys
I didn't choose
and
to
keep
have
them all
that
together,
position.
and they're all over the place.
It's the black team's second weigh-in, and week 2 is notoriously a bad week when it comes to Biggest Loser. Okay, let's get started. Bryce, come on up.
Last week was awesome. I don't know whether it will be the same, but I'm just sort of hoping in the back of my mind that I'll do well.
Okay, hop on, kid. 2.8 kilos.
It's fair to say that I'm absolutely pissed off because the effort and quality of my work this week has far outweighed the first week by threefold, I think. The result, 2.8, is pathetic. I'm not happy at all.
Shell, come on up.
So I walked up to the scales, really nervous. I couldn't even look Gillian in the eyes. I step up on the scales and I'd lost 1.5 kilos. And I was shattered.
We've got the time to improve this, but, you know, you have to want it.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. 1.5 kilos was devastating.
Steven, come on up. A guy like Steven, he's bigger. He should have the big guy numbers. He should be losing 5 kilos. Okay, 3.2 kilos.
It was better than the other guys. It wasn't the point. It was still not good for me. I was expecting like a 5 to 10, you know?
Carrie Ann, you ready?
No. Last person to jump up on the scales was me. I wasn't feeling all that confident. I thought that I probably would have lost between 2 or 3 kilos.
1.2.
It was definitely discouraging to see such low numbers for everybody. It's just heartbreaking, it's horrible.
You can look me in the eye and tell me that you did every homework assignment.
Yes.
You ate all your calories. Yeah. Then I'm gonna tell you that, frankly, this happens in week 2. You work 10 times harder week 2 and get like a quarter of the same weight loss, and it's shocking. They're in for some rude awakenings here. This is the first one of them. Be positive. I think next week will be a better week for us. Okay? All right. Go ahead and get dressed. Let's work out.
Just kick some in this.
I'm over the weigh-in number. It pissed me off beyond belief. Now, it's all about next week. So it starts from right now.
Fast, 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 faster, faster, faster. Nice, Bryce. There you go.
He is the strongest person in the house. And he's the one that keeps us all motivated. He doesn't stop.
Ooh, somebody's mad today. That's right. Somebody's a little angry today. Ooh, there's Michelle. What did Michelle say to you? I guess your journey's over. What did Shannon say? Good luck, but it won't be here. Yeah, how about that?
It was really good to imagine Shannon and Michelle's faces on those punching bags and just punch them as hard as she can.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let me see. The most I can say about Steven this week is he didn't quit. He's wanted to quit, he's been miserable, he's tried to quit 1,000,000 times.
I'm really still missing, you know, my family, my friends, and most of all, Aisha, my little baby. You know, she's growing without me at the moment, so I'm just making sure that she's my focus. I'm going all right, you know, I'm going all right.
Some days he does great, and other days he's just a train wreck. Flat-out train wreck. Steven. It's not social hour, no tea. Get over here, let's go. But I'll tell you this, I can't have those bad days very much longer. I want Steven to do great, I want him to get it together, but not at the expense of the rest of his team. These guys don't know when they're going back to Australia, but Bob and I will make sure that they'll be ready to take on anything.
Today I arrived at the house on my own again. The blue team no longer have their trainer. It's last chance training and going into a weigh-in. It's all systems go. Go gang, let's train. Last chance training session. Today is about sweating it out, getting as many calories out of your bodies as possible. The red team have been kicked in the teeth several times this week. I think the last chance training is a chance for them to just bite back and show what they're made of. Nicola, last chance training, what does it mean?
A near-death experience.
Near-death experience. My strategy in last chance training is if you don't die, you didn't try hard enough. Foot stays on the accelerator. No giving up, no shortcuts. During the training session, I wanted to remind my team of all the kicks they've had this week. Use that anger so that we can win the weigh-in. Go, 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 go!
Michelle wanted us to keep the intensity up, and she wanted to remind us that the Blues didn't have a trainer and wouldn't be working as hard as we were, to kind of push us even further.
You guys, I see a united, strong team right now. Keep it together. Get in there, girl. Dig more, more. Good girl, good girl.
Coming up, who will win the weigh-in and who is facing elimination?
All right, guys, let's just throw this stuff down here for a minute.
Unfortunately, we have lost our trainer, Shannon. So Debbie took us out for us to do our last chance training.
I'm going to need your help today.
The red team chose Debbie because she's one of our weakest links. Debbie's a lovely woman, but as a trainer, no.
If we set up 4 stations here.
I don't feel any pressure from the team in regards to filling Shannon's shoes. I feel pressure from myself.
I know we're all determined to kick their ass again this week. So it's going to take some hard work, but I think we can do it.
I thought Deb was a little bit unorganised. Didn't really know where she was going.
Maybe just down between the cones, do you think?
We started off with a circuit that went for 30 seconds each. Personally, I think they could have gone for longer. I think a minute or 2 minutes for each station would have been a little bit better.
3, 2, 1.
I then took off to go walking, but I could see they weren't doing, you know, a lot of vigorous work.
There was nothing to really get us going, no incentive for us.
Go, stop mucking around.
I think there are a few people that maybe would have worked a little bit harder if Shannon was there.
You slow down, you get an extra 20.
Settle down. Don't get overexcited.
I think Deb was trying to be a bit of the hard cop, but I think it pees people off.
And if it's not hard enough, we can give you another rope. Make it 2.
Hey, there's other people in this team
Yeah,
that
I'm
fight
just
for me, Deb.
asking you if it wasn't resistant enough for you.
I don't think Debbie's a trainer. To be a good trainer, you need to be able to do everything you're asking your people to do yourself.
Well, that's it.
Come on.
Nah,
You're soft.
the girl.
So Debbie figured that an hour was enough, which I thought was not a great deal of time, so I went off to do more on my own.
Keep going, red team. I wanted to check on the Blues in their last chance training because Shannon's my friend and I respect him and I know that he would do the same for me. So I went outside to find them. Oh dear. Shannon is gonna flip.
At the end of the session today, myself and John were having a conversation outside where John pretty much was telling me how frustrated and upset he's been feeling, especially with today's session. During this conversation, Debbie looked out the window and put 2 and 2 together that we were talking about Debbie. What a surprise we were.
Is there a problem with me?
There is, actually.
What?
It felt like I was stabbed in the back because it wasn't taken to me. It was taken outside and it was taken to someone else.
Why should I
The
have
fact
to
is,
step
you're
it up?
supposed to be out there training these guys
I didn't choose
and keep
to have
them all
that
together,
position.
and they're all over the place.
I didn't choose to have
No,
that
you
position.
didn't choose it, but
It was
where you've
thrown
got
at
it,
me.
use it and take it.
Yeah, right. Untrained, having no idea what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, then ask for advice. Talk to
From who?
everybody in
I
the
talked
team.
to everyone. No one said anything.
I don't tell her what I think. If she wants to go away and cry like she did yet again, so be it.
I finally found the blue team in the small gym. What's going on?
Nothing. I just covered shit from John. Because he didn't feel like it was a full training session. I did what I could. But John's out there carrying on because I'm not stepping up. I ran a little bit. I've done intervals all weekend. I'm not supposed to run.
It really didn't look good from where I was standing. They looked as though they were falling apart.
Today, of all days to go wrong, Debbie's performance as the trainer could really affect the numbers in the weigh-in and send us to the elimination room.
When I woke up this morning knowing it was weigh-in day, I was a bit scared. I thought, we're going to come really close. The red team have trained really hard.
Make her work! I don't even care if you make her cry, it doesn't matter! Move, you girls, go!
We've worked hard, we've had our trainer. We've been pushed where the blue team haven't, so hopefully it's going to pay off.
There was something different about walking into the weighing room this time. Up on the walls were these huge photographs of all of us.
Oh, that's just wrong on so many levels.
We've walked in to see massive pictures of ourselves hanging off the walls, fully fat, fully gross, and it was just like a shock to everybody.
I don't want to look anymore.
Welcome to the weigh-in room. Before me stand two teams who desperately wish to remain a part of this competition. But between you and that goal are these daunting Biggest Loser scales. Red team, last week you lost the least amount of weight and paid the ultimate price in the elimination room. Blue team, not only did you win the first weigh-in showdown, but you won by more than 20 kilos. That's one of the largest ever winning margins in Biggest Loser history. Red team, you have 6 team members. Blues, you have 7. Numbers must be even for the weigh-in. Blues, you won the challenge. That's given you the right to decide whose weight loss will not count at this weigh-in.
That would be me. It was a group decision. I'm coming off a large number from last week, so unsure whether I'll be able to pull big numbers again this week.
Well, Alison, this week your weight loss will not count towards your team's tally. But I'm sure you want to know how much you've lost. Please step up to the scales.
First. Thank you. Well, I did 6.8 last week, so I'd like to see 3.2 to take it to a nice even 10. I'd be probably a little bit devastated if I lost any less than that because I've worked my butt off. Literally. It's very nerve-wracking.
Alison, last week you weighed in at 114.9 kilos. This week you weigh 112.3 kilos. That's a loss of 2.6 kilos.
Not much. Watching those numbers stop, and I'd only lost 2.6, I was horrified, absolutely horrified.
Do you think your team's made the right decision in sitting you out today?
2.6 is a very, very little number. I think they've made the right choice. I know I'd worked hard, so I was a little bit concerned about what numbers the team would get.
Now the official weigh-in for the week will begin. As of this moment, every weight loss recorded on these scales will go towards your team's tally. There are no more chances, no more excuses. It's time to find out who has lost the most weight. And the first official competitor from the blue team will be Sam. Please step up to the scales.
After Alison, I was the first one up. That was pretty nerve-wracking. Like, I don't want to be the one that lets down the team. I want to get a really good number to show for my work.
Sam, your previous weight was 143.7 kilos. Your current weight is 136.7 kilos. That gives you a loss of 7 kilos.
Well done, Sam. Good work.
Since I left school, I don't think I've been that light, and just to be there, I've learnt that I can do it. I've always, just thought losing weight's that thing that's going to happen in 5 years' time, or, I'm going to do it next year. But I sort of learnt to believe in myself a bit more. With the right motivation, anything's possible.
Well, you've lost nearly 18 kilos in 2 weeks. Well done, Sam. It's a great result. You should be really proud of yourself.
Thank you, yeah.
The next person to face the scales will be John.
So it was my turn to get up and approach the scales, and the competitor's coming out in me, and I won't let my heart beat me. I've got so much of my life to live, and I'm going to live it.
John, last week you weighed in at 139.7 kilos. This week your weight is 133.2 kilos. That gives you a loss of 6.5 kilos.
Well done, mate.
Well done, John.
Well done, John.
John losing 6.5 was a surprise for me. He's pulling in massive numbers. 6.5 is awesome, especially on a walking routine.
That's a pretty good result for someone who's just walking.
I don't feel like I've let my team down, and that's probably the most important thing to me.
What's morale like on the blue team?
Oh, look, morale's up and down. We had a bad day yesterday. I had a bit of a tiff with Debbie. Ask for advice. Talk to everybody in the team.
I talked to everyone. No one said anything.
But, I stood up at the end of the day, apologised, gave her a big kiss, wrote a little note in a card. I would never intentionally hurt her, nor would I ever intentionally hurt anybody. But there are going to be days where the frustrations are coming.
We sorted it out, we had a talk, he gave me a hug. We've kissed, made up, everything's happy in the family. We're a team that believe that if you have a problem with someone else on the team, you need to talk about it, get it off your chest, and then we move on.
The next person to face the scales is Kirsten.
Okay, Kirsten.
When it was my turn to walk up to the scales, I was still a bit nervous. We still needed good numbers. We were really concerned about the red team and what they would pull this week.
Kirsten, your previous weight was 120.8 kilos. Your current weight is 116 kilos. That gives you a loss of 4.8 kilos.
Yeah.
I think every time somebody from the blue team stepped up, they just continually are pulling amazing numbers, and I don't know how and I don't know why, but I know it sucks.
Pretty happy with that. I've actually really enjoyed the training, which, even asked me a month ago, I would have said I hated to go out and do any sort of exercise.
Kirsten, you used to be a bit of a water polo star. Do you think you're finding the confidence to possibly get back in the water again?
Definitely. I've always wanted to hop back in, but I've been embarrassed. I'm starting to feel my old self coming back, basically being able to train again, and I'm just learning that it's all still there. It hasn't gone away. It's just been, sort of just dormant for a while.
The moment of truth has arrived. Michael, please step up to the scales.
Before I got on the scales today, I was a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive, just because the rest of my team had been pulling their weight. No, I didn't want to get less than the other guys for letting the team down.
Michael, your previous weight was 167.1 kilos. Your current weight is 160.5 kilos. It gives you a loss of 6.6 kilos.
Well done. Good work.
Anything over 6, I would have been stoked, so I'm a little bit stoked, I guess.
It's a great result. Do you feel proud of yourself?
Look, I'm glad I lost weight, but it's hard to be proud of yourself when you're weighing 160 kegs. Like, there's people even in Australia, they got nothing. And I've been blessed with a good family, a roof over my head, good friends. And so for me to have all these privileges, and not live it, not live the way I should, it's wrong, it's disgusting, it's an insult to them. It's like I'm selling me short and I'm selling them short. I don't want to do that anymore.
Michael feels that he's been privileged and, you know, therefore has wasted certain opportunities, and I understand where he's coming from. You know, basically, we both had a sporting background where really we shouldn't have let ourselves, you know, then turn into overweight people.
Okay, blue team, you have 2 people left to weigh in. And your weight loss total so far is 24.9 kilos.
When we had lost 24.9 kilos, we had Sean and Debbie to go. I remember whispering to Sam in between people going up saying that I don't think it's enough.
The next teammate to weigh in is Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
I had a personal reason for wanting to achieve a certain result this week. I was dedicating my efforts to my brother. I really wanted to lose 8 kilos. It was the anniversary of his death. So as I walked towards the scales, that was what I was thinking about.
Sean, last week you weighed 162 kilos. This week you weigh 155.7 kilos. That gives you a loss of 6.3 kilos. Sean, you lost your brother through his issues with his weight and his health conditions. How close do you think you were to going down that path?
Well, I definitely put on a lot of weight and got diabetes. I don't think I was too far behind him.
Is that who you're doing it for?
For this week, yeah.
You know what? I think he'd be very proud of you, Sean. You're doing exceptionally well. It's a great result this week, and he would be extremely proud of you. You're saving your life.
Knowing that Sean's got upset about his brother, I felt for him. You know, it's very hard to get up there with lights and all those people looking at you and talk about stuff that's close to your heart, but, you know, to his credit, he got up there and did it.
Debbie, what a week for you.
It's been huge.
You took over as team trainer.
Yeah, that was fun.
You led your team to win the challenge. And now today, it's your 40th birthday.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, guys.
Did you ever think that you'd be standing in this room on your 40th?
That was my goal, to come in here, be here for my birthday and make some changes.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's time to find out how you've gone this week.
Okay.
Right, Debbie.
Thanks, guys. Being my 40th birthday and having to stand on the scales on the same day, I was like, oh, please don't let it be under 2. I'll be just so embarrassed. I've worked hard for this. I've got to have a great day. There is no ifs or buts.
Debbie, your previous weight was 129.5 kilos. Your current weight is... Debbie, your previous weight was 129.5 kilos. Your current weight is... 125.4 kilos. That gives you a loss of 4.1 kilos.
I'm happy with that.
That's awesome, Debbie.
I think my numbers are proving a lot of things to many people here in this house. Just because I cry, it doesn't mean I'm weak.
I've never had a birthday away from my kids. It was hard this morning, but my team made up for that. They come and woke me this morning with flowers, thank you guys, and a beautiful birthday card.
Well, it looks like your birthday dreams have come true.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
Blue team, you've now all weighed in and your combined loss for this week is 35.3 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss of 4.09%. Congratulations, that's a great start. But is it enough to claim victory today and to avoid facing me in elimination?
After the blue team had all been up, we lost about 35 kilos and honestly still wasn't confident. I thought some of the other team were just going to pull some massive numbers and just blow us out of the water.
Red team, you've had a major advantage this week. You have been pushed to the limits by your trainer, Michelle, whilst the Blues have had to fend for themselves. How much of an impact will that have today? To avoid facing me in elimination this week, you need to lose a total of at least 33.4 kilos. The first person from the red team to face the scales will be Gary.
Go, G-Dog.
Please step up to the scales.
Good luck, Gary.
Let's have your shirt. Gary was first cab off the rank for the red team, and, you know, he's our linchpin. I chose him on our team purely for the fact that he's got a lot of weight to lose, and I thought, well, you know what, if he can pull 10 or 12 kilos, we could actually knock these guys off.
Gary, your previous weight was 197.5 kilos. Your current weight is 191.7 kilos. That's a difference of 5.8 kilos.
Hi, Gary.
Being so big, you kind of expect him to lose big numbers. So for him to lose 5.8 kilos is a bit of a shock.
5.8 kilos in 1 week's a good result. What's been the secret of success this week?
I don't know if I'd call it a success, but you know, I've been putting in the hard yards, training with Michelle.
Sweat's pouring out of you. It's exactly what we want.
When I saw my weight loss, I was kind of disappointed. You know, 5.8 is a decent number. AJ saying it was a good result and blah, blah, but it just, it wasn't for me.
Have you found this to be a hard week?
Yeah, it has been a hard week. Yeah, I just really wanted to win the challenge, I think, just to sort of boost morale. And, you know, those letters from home were, you know, a nice little carrot that was dangled in front of us. And, you know, I haven't spoken to my dad for, you know, a couple of weeks now. And if he had any words of encouragement, definitely would have spurred me on.
The next red team member to crunch the numbers will be Rachel.
Good luck, Rachel. Go.
When I was walking up to the scales, I was pretty nervous. I've just realised it was so close to me going last week that I had to get my ass into gear this week and really train hard. And that's exactly what I've been doing, and I hope people have noticed.
Rachel, last week you weighed 131.7 kilos. This week you weigh 128 kilos. That's a loss of 3.7 kilos.
Look, Rachel's effort was okay. I mean, it was an increase on last week, but I really thought that because she had such a low number last week, that she'd kind of do, you know, like a 4.7 or a 5.
3.7, I'm happy because I know I've worked really hard. Been pushing myself really hard in that, you know, and not quitting and getting through everything has really surprised myself.
She's more focused than she was. I don't know whether she's as focused as she needs to be.
Guys, I need it.
It's okay, baby. You're all right.
Red team, after Gary and Rachel have faced the scales, your weight loss tally stands at 9.5 kilos. You need to lose a further 23.9 kilos to win the weigh-in and avoid facing elimination. It's now time to weigh in. Nicola.
Good luck, Trixie. She's looking slim.
I was feeling quite nervous when I walked up onto the scales because last week I lost 4 and said that I wanted to do bigger and better this week.
Nicola, your previous weight was 108.6 kilos. Your current weight is 105.4 kilos. That's a difference of 3.2 kilos. Congratulations, that's a good result.
Not really, but thank you.
Why are you being so hard on yourself?
I got 4 last week and I worked probably about 3 times as hard this week. And so to get less is just disappointing. On the outside, this would be the time when I gave up, basically.
If Nicola loses motivation, it will be bad for the team. You know, she's quite strong, she's quite fit. So we do need her in the team.
So do you feel like giving up now?
No, not in here. But if I was on the outside, I probably would. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try my best to stay in here and work as hard as I can for as long as I can so that I leave here with some good results.
Red team, 3 of you have now weighed in, and your team's combined total weight loss stands at 12.7 kilos so far. Nicole, Sheridan and Cozzy, the 3 of you are still to weigh in. You need to lose a further 20.7 kilos between the 3 of you to win today's weigh-in and avoid facing me in elimination.
When there was Cozzy, Nicole and Sheridan left to weigh in and they needed the 20 kilos, I've seen how hard they worked this week. I thought they were going to pull it off.
Sheridan, you're the next person to weigh in. This week, you took temptation, eating 1,780 calories and winning immunity. So even if the red team loses the weigh-in and ends up in the elimination room, you cannot be sent home. But you'll still need to pull the big numbers if you want your team to win this week.
Walking along the scales, I was nervous but quietly confident. I'd really put the time in, so I was hoping that that would pay off.
Sheridan, last week you weighed 115.4 kilos. Your current weight is 112.7 kilos. That gives you a loss of 2.7 kilos.
I can honestly say that I have watched what I've been eating. I've been working really, really hard, and I still have a completely pathetic outcome. So I don't know how I could possibly be proud of that. I'm devastated.
Do you think you would have lost more if you hadn't have taken temptation?
If you're talking about calories, then no, because I did an hour of rather nasty training with Michelle when we got back.
Paul!
And then a further 5.5 hours on the treadmill, going through to about 20 to 1 in the morning. By the time the next morning after temptation came around, the calories were gone. So I'm pretty pissed, to tell you the truth.
I was infuriated when I saw 2.7. I was so angry at my body and I was angry at myself, and I just felt like, you know, we'd all worked so hard. I mean, what's the point?
We're not doing so good up here. Oh, it's not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
You really wanted to win, yeah?
We needed a win.
Yeah.
And it's just really not fair.
Well, Sheridan, it's not over yet, so be content with that for now. Thank you.
Thanks. Save it.
When it got down to Nicole and Cozzy to beat us, I thought we got this in the bag.
The pressure is now on for Nicole.
Yeah.
Good luck, Nicole.
Thanks.
Good luck, Nick.
Walking up to those scales is always a daunting thing, but you know, I'd worked hard, so I was really keen to see if my hard work had actually paid off.
Nicole, last week you weighed 131.1 kilos. This week you weigh Nicole, last week you weighed 131.1 kilos. This week you weigh 130.2 kilos. That's a loss of 0.9 of a kilo.
For her to pull 0.9 is an absolute shock. I don't know if she's waking up in the middle of the night and eating meat pies in the microwave. I don't know what's wrong, but I'm sure she'll be absolutely devastated.
I feel like I've just let my team down.
You have not let us down.
I didn't even lose a kilo. I think that's, everyone's worst nightmare. Sorry. We all worked really hard, and our weights have not shown how hard all of us have worked.
This week, I've noticed a bit of a change in her. She hasn't been as tough on herself as she was the previous week. She's been tougher on me, but I think she hasn't been as tough on herself.
Do you think you could be vulnerable today?
I do feel vulnerable. Who's going to keep someone around who's not even going to lose a kilo? I completely understand if they were going to vote me off.
Well, Red Team, you have just one person left to weigh in. And you're staring down the barrel of another trip to the elimination room. Your weight loss total so far is 16.3 kilos. Cozzy, for the Red Team to win the weigh-in and avoid facing me in elimination, you need to lose 17.1 kilos.
I'm quietly confident.
Let's see how you've gone this week.
Good luck, Cozzy.
Poor Cozzy. The end of the weighing of a complete thrashing yet again, and being told, Cozzy, you need to lose 17.1 kilos to get your team over the line. But no pressure.
Cozzy, your previous weight was 131.3 kilos. Your current weight is 129.4 kilos. That's a difference of 1.9 kilos.
We're not doing something right, aren't we? It was a bit of a disappointment to see that I only lost 1.9 when some of the other fellas lost stacks,
What's going on, do you think?
I don't know. That's the trouble. I really don't know. Why? We don't really know. We're going to have a chat to Michelle and just work out, is there something we're doing wrong?
What do you think the future of the Red Team is at this stage?
Well, I think very soon we're going to be one member down, so that'll only leave like 5 of us. Geez, we'd want to have a red-hot go at it next week. Otherwise, the Blues will go all the way till there's only one of us left.
I think the Red Team were cut deep. We got smashed, and a couple of our players pulled very small numbers, and something's wrong.
Red Team, to beat the Blues and to avoid elimination, you needed to lose a total of 33.4 kilos. This week, you lost 18.2. That is 2.23% of your total body weight. Blue Team, you lost a combined total of 35.3 kilos. That is 4.09% of your body weight. Congratulations, you are this week's weigh-in winners. And you won by 15.2 kilos. This is your second win in a row. Another week and yet another massive margin. But the good news on your side doesn't end there. Sam, your weight loss of 7 kilos makes you this week's biggest loser. Congratulations.
Thanks, AJ.
Red Team, it seems that things have gone from bad to worse for your side. Once again, you will meet me in the elimination room, where you will decide which of your teammates is weighing you down. I will see you all very soon.
Look, we've had the upper hand from day one in this place, so they've got to start questioning themselves. Otherwise, they will lose the 3 in a row, because we're not going to let go of this.
The Red Team are in fact the least successful team in the history of The Biggest Loser. No one has ever lost the first 2 weigh-ins and the challenge.
It's going to be an interesting week next week, and it's going to be even more interesting to see what happens at elimination.